Hi, welcome back to the MSCC iRacing League. It is 2021 Season 3, Week 19. We are in Spain and Marshmallow. It is 78 degrees, 55% humidity, partly cloudy, and 4 miles per hour. The commentators are Lexi and Zane, partnered with ZP Motorsports and Shut Up and Drive It. And the temperature seems like it is in Florida. So I would like to introduce my boss,
Your
Dad.
boss? I don't want to say I'm your boss, but...
You're my boss.
All right, well, thank you for that great introduction. We are at the Circuit de Barcelona, Catalunya, and is a famous GP course for MotoGP and for Formula One. And we're going to be running the full course this week. And this is the penultimate round, the round before the final week number 19, before we start closing out our season. So as we get into that, we have a short parade lap. So let's go ahead and get started with where everybody ended up. So it is a lockout front row for the Tennessee Region SCCA with Ali Bellier running a 1:44.2, and then 0.2 seconds behind him is Michael Cochran. Third place is Jeffrey Arroyan. Fourth is our leader in the championship right now, Jesse Olson. Fifth is Michael Day for Friend Motorsport. Sixth, the lead ZPM driver, Justin Breyera. Seventh place is Justin Hall for Justin Racing. Eighth is Kevin Medina. Ninth is Jovan Salar. 10th is Bjorn Strange, a great opportunity for him to get into the top 10 for qualifying. 11th is Craig Klein. 12th, Jacob Flanders. 13th, Dean Dibdall. 14th is Tom Jessen. My goodness, I need to start drinking. 15th, glad to have him back, Bradley Alves. 16th, Jay Sellington. These guys either messed up their qualifying or didn't take a time.
17 is AD Gatorade, and 18 is Zane Plumley, right here, my boss.
I'm not your boss.
Yes, you are. You're my dad and my boss.
Yep. All right. So as you can see, the cars are starting the grid. It is a short parade lap. And one thing that's interesting about this is it is Veterans Day here in the United States. So we're very happy about that, and we'll get into a little bit more in the broadcast. There's a few of the drivers that actually either created a livery or found a livery on Trading Paints, and to help celebrate and honor the veterans that are in our league, which we'll go over a little bit later.
We learned about veterans today in school.
And what they teach you?
They teach us that it was actually called Athisking before in World War I, and in the Second World War II. It's hard to say. Amelia was right. World War. II. Then the president, some guy, said that he's going to rename it Veterans Day instead of Athenics Day.
Oh, okay. All right, so you see the cars going through the last corner right about now. And the guys that are up front are going to make sure that the whole group... Yes, the USPS.
I'm so sorry.
That the guys are going to go through and make sure everyone is at a chicane to make it fair for everybody. And they are about to go green. There's the pace car going off, and it sounds like the hammers are down. So they are off onto the first corner as we get everybody going in. And this next section of S's is really nice. So hopefully there's not a lot of drama going through, but you never know because everyone is all bunched up right now as the two Tennessee SCCA teammates are side by side, along with a bunch of other people, just trying to jockey for position to get this thing before it starts becoming a train.
So, you know what's good about racing?
There's a lot of good things about racing, but what do you think is good about racing?
Well, not me, but it's the pace car.
Oh, what about the pace car?
Well, what's good to him is he always just gets to run a lap with the cars, and then he gets to relax being from what Doss did. And he gets to sit in his car with air conditioning, eating donuts and drinking coffee, beer, and bourbon.
I don't think he drinks beer and bourbon. And of course, we don't run full yellows here at this course. So yes, the pace car does not get a lot of work as we see Justin Breyera getting pressured by Jovan Salar coming around towards the back section. Whoa, dropped a wheel there by Justin Breyera, but was able to hold on to it, as a lot of these guys are still running neck to neck, and there's some little battles all over the place. Just about the whole entire field is within a second of each other in car in front.
Are there any houses near this track?
I don't know. We'll have to check the blimp mode again later.
Well, because why is the postman racing? Because who is he gonna stop every 5 seconds and give mail to?
I have no idea. Maybe that someone's going to give him a new bag as we keep moving through the area here. A lot of tight. Look at this battle. 4 cars all within the same area. Oh, there's Jacob Flanders just all over the back of looks like Kevin Medina and Bjorn as they come through the front straight. And oh no, it looks like a touch. It is a touch. We're gonna go slow motion.
This is from the paper towel. No.
So, there goes Bjorn. Oh man, hitting the wall. Kevin Medina in the back hitting the wall. Jacob hitting the wall. They tried to go 3 wide through there. Bjorn's going through a carnival ride of his life right now, and looks like he is going to end up on his lid like a turtle.
Fire.
Oh, here comes Justin and Zane taking a lot of precaution. Unfortunately, going through there. So
he's stuck.
My goodness, yeah, that was tough. So I'm sure he'll take a tow to get back into the pits. So moving the battle back up front as the that is awesome. If you guys don't know Michael Cochran, the hair that's on the cat is kind of like I think he's holding the cat in front of him, and that's Michael's hair. So
oh yeah, I think I see it.
Yeah, I see his shoulder right now. That is hysterical.
And his face is like, what? What are you doing to me?
That is great, Michael, man. Thanks. I don't know. He's got that Elvis lip going on.
That looks like Elvis's hair.
Oh my goodness. All right, so back onto the racing. With the TN teammates rolling through here. Jesse did make up a spot, and now he's into third as he got past Jeff. As Michael really putting the pressure. I know that these two do not want to make a mistake, especially in that hard left-hand corner right through there. It is tough. We'll take a little bit wider view. You can see some of the other cars. Justin doing a great job in move, but check this out. Andrew Gatorick has moved up 10 spots after not qualifying. So there he goes on the inside, and just a little over under. It didn't quite work, but looks like he is going to chase down the U.S. Post Office of Yuvin and get through there as Jesse Olson. Ollie had fastest lap for a quick second, but then Jesse Olson beats him by almost about a couple hundredths of a second. So the pace is definitely picking up now. It is a hot day today. This track temp was well above 100 for quite some time, so tires are going to be an issue on this 25 lap race. As a lot of the back of the pack guys now, so everyone's really hitting a lot of green times as the tires are heating up. Fuel not quite burning off yet, so we will see some different times come through here, I'm sure, with people as they keep dropping their times everywhere. Oh, that's a great shot. I like that one.
Not my favorite.
Not your favorite? We all know what your favorite is.
It's the behind one.
the behind cam?
Your fanny cam. Fanny cam. Because fanny's also short for butt.
Yes. Well, it's not short, it's longer, but... Or it could be bigger, depending on who you're talking about.
What? What do you mean? Who am I talking about?
No idea. Oh, Andy saved that. He dropped a wheel. Oh, he takes out cones. That's 10 seconds. And I think he still has...
No, I think that's 15. I think he knocked out 3.
But it's 2 seconds every cone. But he might still have a cone underneath. Maybe his car ate a cone. I'm not sure. It's too hard to tell from
a
that
car
view.
ate a cone?
Yeah, that.
Are you talking about the monster house?
It does happen once in a while. All right, there is Jesse Olson up front, and kind of a little bit of a muted. Looks like snakeskin. I know he's been working on some liveries for everything, and he's been really busy. And obviously another interesting livery going on. What you got?
Ha ha! You finally said it. You called him a she.
Nuh-uh.
Yaha.
Nuh-uh.
Yaha.
I'll rewind it and see. Maybe because I have 3 female daughters, a female wife, thank goodness for that. And then we're also fostering 3 female kittens in the house.
So what's wrong with
Plus
you?
our other cats, and who knows. Anyway, this is why I like racing, because I can put on my VR and just lose myself in the fact that I race with all dudes. All right, so
And
moving
yet
back.
you're surrounded by girls.
Oh, my goodness, I am. All right, so here's Jay Salington in the Audi. And also,
Navy.
yep, as he is sporting
so
a
sorry.
Navy livery. No, that's okay. A Navy livery. What's really neat about that is I don't think this was actually planned, but let me find Brad. Oh, there's Brad right in front of him. So the guys have the same exact Navy livery. Oh, look at that. Brad
Maybe he
put on
was
his
in the
picture.
Navy.
He was. So
Happy Veterans Day.
that is awesome. You know what? This is a perfect time to talk about this as we're going through. So obviously we do have some veterans active and retired that are in our league, which we're very thankful for their service, and also very thankful that they do race with us with their busy schedules. Some of the guys, and some are not here tonight, unfortunately, and if I forget somebody, I'm very sorry. But I went through Discord and made sure I try to get as everybody as I can. So Daniel Ciro, Eric Leitsky, Skylar Gregg, Justin Breyera, Michael Day, Jason McSparron, Jay Shallington, Donnie Greathouse, and recently retired, I believe last month, after 25 years, is the man on the screen, Bradley Alves. So thank you guys again. I couldn't be more thankful and more appreciative for what you do, so we can do these great things, with our families and race digital cars.
Also, we learned in school that cooking for the Army is a really good job.
It really?
Yeah.
That's a lot of people you got to feed.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at this battle.
Oh,
Kevin Medina found himself in a Navy sandwich.
Navy
Yeah,
sandwich.
and Bjorn, I guess, is back out there. Unfortunately, his name is in blue on the timing tower, but he is trying to get some positions back as he is finding some speed working around some of these guys.
Jacob Flanders and Michael Bay is out.
Yeah, Jacob was one of the cars that had the accident on the front stretch, and Michael Day, even though he qualified within the top 10, unfortunately did not start. So not quite sure what happened there. I didn't have a chance to catch up with him to see if everything was okay. All right, so here we go with the TN guys. Taking it, still Ollie in the lead, Michael Cochran in second. And of course now Jesse Olson has looked like he brought the gap down a little bit from where it was, but probably still about 4 car lengths back. And I don't know if he's playing it safe because these guys are because with tire wear, he's wondering if they're going to wear out their tires. They're in BMWs and he's in a Lamborghini, maybe he has a different strategy and knows a little bit more what happens with the tires. What happens after about 20 laps with this track temp, which is being so high. Jeffrey Arroyan. Oh, look at that. That's awesome. He's part of Podium Hunters. That's the PH.
Wait,
So it did not take him long to figure out in the league about making sure that the picture needs a rock for the Wednesday night race.
also it's not Wednesday.
Well, we race on Wednesday.
Oh.
Yep.
So anyway, can we go to Crispy Wells?
Crispy is not here this week,
I don't get to
unfortunately.
see his funny picture of the cat
No.
playing the violin.
No, unfortunately he did not. There's Joven. He's working for the post office today. Rain or shine, and takes his racing home with him all day long. And right behind him is Justin Breyera, who is making an inside move, looking for something. Oh, that's a cat on.
A driving car.
It looks like a Formula One car, maybe an older Formula One car. It looks like a Shell Ferrari, maybe. Not quite sure. I don't know if the cat's in front of the TV.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Okay, I thought maybe it was sitting on the car itself. I was like, that's pretty neat. All right, so behind them is Andrew, still making up more places, up into 7th place now, as these guys are keeping it clean all the way through this section. Man, they're just so tight, and there's Andy. Find that good camera. There it is. Andy making a charge of what's going on, and he was one of the fastest guys. And if I remember correctly, I think he had the quickest time in the practice session, as he is getting real close. Oh, he's having some blinky problems.
Blinky!
Oh boy, let's switch and move on. So here's Dean Dibdahl in the Zane Plumbing Motorsports BMW M4 giving chase to Craig Klein. There it is right there. And Craig sporting his marine livery, as we get a closer shot of that, that he designed himself. I think he just did that maybe a couple months ago and has the opportunity to finally showcase that. So nice job with the layering on that one, and nice glossy paint job.
When can I design a car?
I'll set up trading paints and you can have fun.
Hooray!
And it already has unicorns and rainbows in there, so.
Hooray! Unicorns and rainbows, Sonic in the demo. In my dreams, this is my life of the rainbow.
Oh boy.
It's a song.
Yeah, really? I had no idea.
I didn't make it up. It's one of those songs. Unicorns and rainbows, rainbows in the sky, unicorns on the ground, grazing through the honey.
All right, so Dean Dibdahl, making up 4 places from where he started in the top 10 right now, is kind of the last guy in this chain of 5 cars, heading all the way back to Joven as they go through. And of course, there's 25 laps, so I guess we'll wait for lap 12, and we will pick somebody to ride around with, which would be pretty neat to do, especially for this track. So there's Kevin Medina.
Happy holidays!
Yep, that's awesome.
He's sitting on a snowman.
All right, Justin Hall.
He's got a flat tire.
He's burning rubber. He's spinning up the tires, and that dog's like, "Check me out, I'm cool, yo."
Well, guess what? You're not.
Yep. There's Dave. There's Tom Jessen still rocking the original Season 3 livery, and he's got some damage. Look at that. He's got some damage on the front of the car.
Where?
On the right-hand side. Yep, right there.
Oh, I see it.
Yep.
This guy's got a black eye.
Yep. And there is Zane Plumley's BMW. That is a Air Force tribute car.
Did you work in the...
No, I didn't. I unfortunately did not serve. My dad, though, did serve in the Air Force. He was a mechanic working on helicopters and jets, which was kind of cool. Well, if you don't want me to talk about your burping, then don't whisper, don't talk about you burping.
Dad, you just said it into the microphone.
Well, next time you'll know to keep your mouth shut, not to tell me, but also for your burp.
You are the worst. This is the second time.
Yeah, Kevin Medina. I don't know who, if Justin turned into Kevin or Kevin slid wide, but those two got together and was holding up maybe just Bjorn just a little bit. So yeah, Justin, where did Justin Hall go? Oh, there he is. He had an off track, so he falls to the back of this group. And Jay, runs out wide, making sure that he's got enough room so there isn't any issues coming through there. But these guys are absolutely all over each other, and this is one of the slowest corner coming through there. What you pointing at?
Can we go to wait, where's on? Oh, I found it. Never mind.
Yep. A lot of good groups here. So Jeffrey leading this second group coming through. I wouldn't say lead. It still shows. I mean, it says 0.8, 0.7, but in race car world, that's quite a 4 car lengths. But you can see somewhat a level train going through the front straights, which is a really long front straight. But luckily, the section of S's that come through here is a nice deceleration and back on the gas to make it flows really well.
Does that mean I have to wait till lap 15?
No, we'll do around lap 12. Are you thinking about who you want to ride with? Don't tell me.
Oh, I will. So
Okay.
I'm gonna choose blah 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 blah. Because you don't want me to tell you.
No.
I'll ride with Mr. Relaxing Pants.
Mr. Relaxing Pants. Oh, the dog in the chair?
I'm kidding.
He's only missing a beer.
Dogs don't drink beer. He's gonna die.
Well, really? Pigs drink beer.
They do?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, we used to give beer to the pigs all the time, and then kind of get them hungover, and then they got real thirsty, and then we gave them a salt lick, and they kept drinking more, and that's how they would gain weight before we took them to the fair.
Oh, you mean?
Well, after the fair, something else happens, but we don't need to talk about that.
Well, they die.
They became breakfast or dinner.
They became
or
bacon.
Yes, I grew up on a farm on the outskirts of Miami.
Eating bacon.
Yeah, I did eat bacon. I'll tell you that. Tons of bacon. So, all right, back to the racing as Dean Dibdahl is getting all sorts of pressure from Craig Klein, who's showing a lot of speed this week. He's up in the 9th place, made up 2 spots. And I know, whoa, back end of that Ferrari did get loose as he hopped that corner. The curbs here, the yellow gigantic curbs here at Barcelona are no joke. They will tear up the bottom pan of the car. They will tear up suspension. They will actually send the suspension and the wheel through the top of the hood, and that way you lose some aero. So it is a tough track if you see all those curves. So if you miss that corner, you're going over those speed bumps. And if you do it at any sort of speed, it will launch you straight onto your nose. So Andrew Gaterick, look at that. He is up into 5th place right now. So he has gotten past the other 2 guys. Sorry we didn't catch that. But we are rocking. Hi, wifey.
Mom, this is live. You shouldn't burp.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Yes. Even my wife helped me out. She's like, moving on. All right, so here's the 2 Suddy teammates going through Justin Hall. Actually, Bjorn I know is a lap back, and I think Bradley is in front of him as well. So all the Suddy guys are running towards 1, 2, 3 here in the middle. What's up?
2 more laps. What?
So you know who you're going with? Don't tell me. Okay. So
I'm gonna choose cat. Wait, Mom, you have to see these cat pictures. You're gonna love them. They're hilarious.
So we'll show her the video afterwards. All right. So there's Justin Breyera in 6th place, still showing a lot of speed. He had a great outing a couple weeks ago. And last week I think was a little rough for him. I think he had some car issues going on after a wreck. But this week he is back again. Probably at a very familiar track for him, as he is leading Dean Dibdahl, and being teammates that they are, I'm sure that they'll be chatting on radio about how to make sure they get the best so they can get the most points for the Team Cup. So we got Jeff and Kevin in the pits, so I wonder if they had damage, and Tom. So we know Tom had damage, so he's probably going in early, probably to get his car fixed. That way he can get some aero back and anything that happens. So we do have a fast repair that if you go into the pits right after the tire change, if you choose to take one, and the fuel is done, it will pretty much snap his fingers and give you a brand new car, not tires, but just the car, and will allow people to get back in and keep racing instead of sitting in the pits waiting for the crews to try to fix the car, because they'll put a time limit on that. So Tom is coming out of the pits along with the other guys, and there we go. So Kevin is back out, although he's back into 14th, but there's some other guys that in front obviously have not hit yet. So do you know who you're picking? Because they're almost coming up into the front line.
Jay. Because I know he's new, so I know that we're going to have a car.
Well, I'm glad you picked that car, because that means we get to ride around in the Audi, which sounds really good with that V10 engine.
And we also get to probably see him crash.
No, we don't want it. No commentators curse.
Oh, come on. That makes nothing fun.
You know, well, I know, but it is horrible when you're trying so hard not to crash. And then unfortunately it does, as they're rounding out the last few corners, and they're on to the front straight, and now we are sitting in Jay's car coming up on the straight.
I'll take it.
To the first corner.
Elf.
Like the movie?
Yes.
Okay. It's not for the fuel or anything recently? No? Okay. All right, so they go through the S's as Bjorn takes a quiet tire there. As they come out of the S's, they get into
sides. Christmas tree.
Renault. It's a long right-hander that opens up and into another right-hander called
Responsible.
Yep, Repsol. Back into another tight corner, be first or second gear.
Side seat.
Side seat.
I named it.
Coming through a bend, which they haven't named yet. Call it side bend?
I know. Let's call it Christmas tree. Fairy lights. Fairies.
Okay.
Christmas fairies.
Into that tight corner called? Worth. And this cool, wonderful sweeper through there.
Campsite.
Camposa. Another straight, the back straight, as to say, going into...
The cats.
La Gaxa? I'm not sure about that one.
The cats.
Yep, moving around to this corner where it falls away a little bit through here.
Basketball court.
Bank Sabadell into this real tight section. The first corner is Europe car, and the chicane. Oh no, he did!
Hooray!
No, that's terrible. We're looking at the track map, and I was like, how come I don't hear a car going? Oh, so he gets back through the chicane into the last corner.
Hey, New Hollywood.
New Holland.
You didn't let me say this one.
Yep, I said that one.
Chicken breast.
Oh, so all right. Well, Jay, I am sorry. I bet everyone now is starting to say, please don't pick me to go around the track with. All right, moving through the field here, the top three, and I know we haven't concentrated too much on them, but Ollie is still in the lead, Michael in second, and Jesse definitely now has closed up the gap on these guys. You can physically see that there's only about a car length in between all three of them right now, and lap 13 coming up. I know that with pit strategy, I think they have fuel, so no one in the top 8 has pit yet. And it is probably about 16 to 17 laps of fuel before they have to ultimately pit to finish the rest of the race of 25 laps. Moving on back, Jovan is still in 4th place. Andrew is in 5th, and it looks like the gap might be coming down if Andrew's car will stay on the screen through there. And I know Dean and Justin, both of those guys are keeping the same. And with Craig. Craig is giving chase as well. Oh no! Andrew Gatorick, as we had talked about, has unfortunately spun as Craig goes really wide, puts all 4 wheels out there in the dirt, was able to save it. But now he does lose a lot of time coming off the gas, so he didn't spin. And that gives an opportunity for Dean to get a really good draft off of Justin in that Ford GT. And I don't know if that's part of their plan, if they plan to use the draft and flip-flop to try to get faster and, make a bigger gap from him. But Andrew's coming back into the picture every few seconds. Everyone's having a little bit of connection. Not everyone, but a lot of people having some connection issues as you see those 2 cars. So Craig's in there somewhere. There he is. He just popped back in. So, what's that? You're not sorry for Reese's?
No, it's a commercial. These are Reese's Christmas trees. Not sorry, Reese's. LOL. Faces laughing. Ha 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 ha.
Oh my goodness.
It's from the commercial. Has anyone seen that?
Yes, I'm sure that they absolutely have.
Not sorry, Reese's.
All right. So moving into the second half of lap 14, off the back straight, Jesse Olson, again, not sure what his strategy is. If he's really trying to run these guys down, or if he is trying to keep some life left in those tires with the amount of high heat that's through there. I know with their practice session, a lot of guys were complaining that only after about 5 or 6 laps, and they're really starting to drop off as far as grip goes. And even though they are rubbering the track all through the practice, the state of the track doesn't change, from the start of the session. So if there's a real good rubbering in, during the practice session, it stays for qualifying and also stays for the race. So you don't start with a new track, and it's just like in real racing as well. It's just that's just how it is. They leave everything. They don't brush it in between. What you got?
Are millions and millions and millions and million people gonna watch our commentary show once it loads?
Yes. They're gonna. The 37 people will watch 37 million milliseconds worth of broadcasting.
30? Only 37 people?
I haven't checked what it was, but I don't know, 30 between 35 and 75, somewhere around there.
The last time I checked, every class in a classroom, there's always more boys.
Why is that?
I don't know. There's just so many boys and more boys than girls in classrooms and classes.
Okay, well, why don't you recruit a girl driver for our league?
I'm right here.
Well, to drive with us.
Oh, who?
I don't know. Who would it
There's
be?
no girls on this
That's
list.
what I'm saying. Go out, start knocking on doors, and say that you want to drive in the league, and I'll sponsor them, or you can sponsor them, like Girl Powered Motorsports or anything like that. Slapping her head like an emoji. All right. All right. So
I'm not gonna go knock on people's door and say, "Hey, I'm a commentator. I commentate with my dad. Would you like to go in the top of the league for MSCC iRacing League?" And this is what she's going to say. No, slam.
All right, so it looks like the teammates of Dean and Justin have worked it through, with Dean now getting out in front, and looks like he's maybe pulling a little bit of gap, and I'm sure that not on purpose, but obviously this is competition here, that Justin is not going to make it very easy for Craig to get by and snag some more points. So I haven't seen anybody go through. So Ollie, so the leader, one of the leaders is pitting. So Ollie has pit and taken his first, which leaves Michael Cochran now at the start of the race. Oh, sorry, not the start, the lead of the race. And if he gets all the way through, he will get 1 point for leading the race. And I know Ollie got a point for leading the race, a point for pole position, and what else was there? And then obviously, we can't tell during the race, but whoever has 0 incidents. Wow, Michael Cochran just keeping his wheels off that yellow curb, because that does get disastrous right through that section. You're going to drink that whole bottle during this? Just don't spit it out. All right, what are you going to say? You're still drinking the bottle.
You keep making me laugh. I'm going to spit it out.
Well, don't spit it on the simulator.
I might just do that.
All right, here's another good look at Bradley Alves rocking his. He loves that Audi. He does race that a lot throughout the year. I can't remember what his other car was, or if he just stuck with that one throughout the year. I know he's with retiring from the military, from the Navy, and then also moving his family, halfway across the United States. He hasn't been with us as much as he would like to, or as much as we would like him to as well. And so it's kind of nice. So Emma is looking at your picture, Bradley, and saluting you.
I'm not Emma.
Lexi, I don't know. My goodness, I should have not left my bourbon down in the kitchen.
I'll go get it.
No, stay here. Let's finish this up. We have about 8-9 laps to go as we're watching these guys go through. So Michael Cochran's still in the lead, and Jesse Olson. Jesse Olson did pit and did come out behind Jesse. I'm sorry, he did come out in front of Jesse. So these guys, pretty much where they left off, but we have people that have not pit yet, as you can see. So Ollie is the first of the guys in first place who have pit. So we're waiting for Justin Hall, Bradley, Craig, Jovan, and Michael to come through. So Bradley now, look at that. At the moment is leading the Shake and Bake Award with making up 11 spots. That's what we're used to seeing out of him. So I'm sure he's going to be, dusting off, some of the rust he might have in his joints, but he'll get back to up to speed real quick to be pushing these guys right up front. All right.
I think someone just did a cone.
Someone hit a cone?
What does that yellow mean?
The yellow where?
The orange. The yellow.
So it's if somebody is within a second of the car in front, it usually starts off as yellow. As soon as it gets under half a second, it goes to like an orange, and if it goes to, I think, 0.1 second, I think it goes to like a darker, almost red. All right, so Michael Cochran, there he is now in the pits, along with Jovan and Craig, and who else is coming in behind him? So Bradley. So all these guys at pit. So that leaves Justin Hall. There he goes. coming through. So now it's showing him now in first place. I know the start-finish line is way back on this long straight, which is nice that they have it this way. So a lot of people can't, cherry pick a win on the last corner, just being able to draft through. So we'll see if Justin gets a full point. If he does not pit this time, he will get a full point. And I don't know how he does it in that car with that thirsty V8 that it has, but he always seems to run a much longer fuel stint than most people. So whether he is really smooth, able to keep up the corner speed, or he's maybe using a different fuel map and still being able to get the speed to get that one extra lap than most everybody else. So that puts Michael Cochran. So right here we go. So the leaders did swap. So now instead of Ollie being out front, Michael is in the front with Jesse still holding on to third of the group that has pit as they move through. So with Brad having to pit, he is back down into 11th with 4 spots made up from where he started.
I didn't know that Michael Cochran had such frizzy hair.
Yep, he does.
Nice. Now I'm thinking that his face, he looks like the guy from Ant Farm. I feel like he looks like that guy.
Oh, I don't know who you're talking about. That's another, Disney show?
Yeah. The Ant Farm, the guy with frizzy hair.
Yeah, I don't watch it every day. So, all right, so there goes Justin Hall. He is now into the pit as the other guys go through. Now that brings this to your leading trio of cars. So the paint jobs may look the same, but the drivers in the first and second place have swapped. They're moving for, so Andrew again, there he is. He is getting ready to get some pressure to Dean, but not too much because obviously they're teammates through ZPM, and they're having a good week this week. So Team TN and ZPM have a lot of guys up there in the top 10. Are you not sure? Did you have something to say? No? Okay. All right,
good.
so I keep. Oh, who was that? That was that Jeff?
I remember.
No, Jovan. Jovan went off. Unfortunately, I'm trying to click. There he goes. So he's back. So he must have had a little bit off and had to get the car pointed in the right direction to come forward. So that's a shame. He was running so high and so well for most of the race, and now he's getting some pressure by Justin Hall.
I figured out what I was gonna say.
What is that?
Can you put on slow?
If something good happens, I'll put on slow motion. Yeah, it's going to be hard to click on Andrew because every time he kind of loses a little bit of a connection, the cameras just jump into like just a random scenic camera angle, which doesn't show anybody, which doesn't make for a very fun broadcast for you guys either, because it does get a little bit nuts. All right, so we have some more. So here we go back with Justin Hall.
5 more laps, so sorry.
5 more laps?
So sorry.
So behind him, he's got a...
Shake and Bake Award.
No, he doesn't have a Shake and Bake Award.
No, Shake and Bake Award.
Oh, there we go. Oh, for Andrew? Yeah, he is leading. So far as we get a little bit different view from Justin Hall as he's chasing these guys down.
Wait, we're above them. Does that mean he has a flying car?
It's a drone.
It's a... Oh, there's a drone on top of their cars?
No, it just flies along.
How come we never see them? Why can't I see them on the other cars?
Because it's an invisible drone.
No.
Yeah, it's like clear plastic. It's like Wonder Woman's plane. You can't see it.
Wonder Woman's what? Oh! Wonder Woman's plane.
Yes, there you go.
Who's Wonder Woman? Is that... Oh, that's Black Widow, but who?
Yes, she does not have an invisible... Well, technically... Well, it's not hers, but she gets the fly one, which is the Quinjet, which can become stealthy. But anyway, we're getting off on a huge tangent, and the guys right now are probably listening going, oh my lord, what is going on?
I hate Marvel. Hey, have you ever seen Wicker Man?
All right.
Frizzy hair guy.
Yeah. So Michael has opened up a gap now, almost 2 seconds, and that has Jesse and Ollie, and these two guys have battled numerous times throughout the year. And I know Ollie had a couple weeks off there. He was doing some traveling, wasn't able to race, but I know last time they raced, it was just neck and neck at Phillip Island, and they're trying to get to the point where they could go side by side here with about 5 laps left.
Wait, can I say something?
What do you want to say?
I would like to thank everyone
For
coming to this iRacing League thingy-majig and racing here.
Yep. Perfect. Well, we are thankful for everybody, the viewers, the drivers, and even the people that support the drivers, the better halves that are in the house if they have them. If they're not their wife or girlfriend, better half, it is their pets that they're showing on the screen, which is their better half. I know a couple of the guys have been in a race and their pets actually jump in their lap while they're racing, which is very funny. Not the most easy thing.
And you don't know what it is.
Nope, I don't. But Jesse is now all over the back of Ollie, and he is trying all sorts of different ways to try to get to it. So it looks like he's going side by side, but it is the long way around as they come through the corner, and Jesse just takes a little bit different line, is able to get the power down earlier. But it is tough as Jesse's going left and right, and there's coming through one of the last curve, the sweeper there. It's so much fun as it goes uphill, but it will let that back end rear end slide out if it goes too far. And look at that. So Jesse does get through and now into second place in front of Ollie. So again, it was maybe the tire situation that is keeping keeping Jesse a bit faster than Ollie as they go through this real tight section here, which is nothing but yellow curbs. So if you get it wrong, your car is pretty much done for the whole entire race. Craig Klein moving up into 6th place now, so that's great. That might be his best finish if he can hold on to it for just a handful of more laps, as he is now chasing down Dean. And Justin has fallen back just 1 spot from where he started into 7th. But he is part of that train right through there. And look at those guys all bunched up. That is great. So Bradley all over the back of him as these mid-engine cars here. And so it looks like, yep, that was Justin moving over so he could kind of break the draft and also protect the inside. And Bradley, there goes a little bit poked down through, but he does get on the brakes a little bit harder. And you can see his car getting a little upset as he got into the brakes and then got into him a little bit harder to make sure that he was not going to wreck anybody's race. So, and there's Justin Hall in the back. Oh no, Justin. Don't know who got into who, if they turned into each other or how that happened, but unfortunately, it was, who was that? Jovan got the worst of it, unfortunately, being on the outside, and that's the way the centrifugal force was going, and he is out there, and there it is. So yeah, broken wing, and just his banner says just sent it or just send it, and I'm sure that's what he is going to do, is hopefully he can get collected and come back and hold on to 11th spot. You got quiet all of a sudden.
I'm thinking about something.
You're thinking about something?
Something that you don't want to know about.
Oh, okay. Well, that's great. Just tell the whole world. All right. So moving on to some of the tighter races. So there is Craig still chasing down Dean. And I know there was some discussion about how the setups might have been a little bit different, because Dean was able to get a lot more speed coming out of a corner and down the straights. So it was with this particular track, it's tough. I mean, there are a lot of tight corners to go through with 2 pretty decent, straights. As we'll see what happens here. Maybe he can get part of the draft coming off that big BMW, and that slippery Ferrari, can help out, and see what happens down the first corner.
Speaking of the whole world, I thought you said there was only 37 people watching.
Yes.
Your teeth are so together.
What does that have to do with anything?
I don't know. It's just like all of us need.
Oh my goodness. All right.
I don't know. It's just so.
All right. Thanks to Bjorn back there. He's getting a 1:46.5, his fastest lap of the race, as he's closing in on the last few here. I know
like
he is. Yeah, there's a couple guys that are a lap down Those are the guys that are in blue, unfortunately, that are laps down. And, oh, there we go. So, yep, some guys were blinking. So who else do we have? So Justin Hall started to make some moves here late as he's trying to get as much as he can, but he is not, man, he slides that car all over the place. But I know he's going to take it nice and easy and not make a wrong move onto Bradley's car, as Jovan just looked like he put a wheel wrong. So no harm, no foul there. So he's still moving, which is good, and still has Jay behind him within a second. So it's going to be interesting to see. Hopefully the damage that's on his car is not going to hold him up or slow him up too bad, that these guys can fight it all the way to the end. So Jesse Olson now, still in second place, and the gap between the top three has really opened up. Michael Cochran has turned it on to a 5-second lead back to Jesse, and then another 3.5 seconds back to Ollie. So, and then from there, it's pretty far back to Jeff and Dean and Craig, who are still keeping things tighter than normal. There's Andrew with his fastest lap of 1:45.9. So I guess as the fuel is burning off, for those who are protected and saved some of their tires here for the last couple laps, are probably going to try to take advantage of the fact that some of the guys who did burn up their tires. And there's a tie right now for whoever's going to be leading the sorry, she just spilled her drink. Whoever's going to be leading the what am I talking about? See, you're playing and I'm messing up. I need you to help me out here. What are they leading?
They're leading the Shake and Bake Award.
All right, Shake and Bake Award. Perfect. Okay, so what is next on our list?
It's one more lap.
Almost coming up to it. So maybe about a lap and a half, seeing where those guys are. And I know a lot of racing has been happening here. Justin Breyera now is, I think he's let Andrew through and is probably using some of his drafts, because we know Andrew is a bit faster, but Justin can always use a little draft to help him here in the last closing stages. And Jay, as we were talking about before, is now getting within half a second of Jovan, and I probably suspect it's going to be from the damage on that wing, and through some of these corners it's going to slow him down for grip and also some top speed as well. So 3 good races here towards the end as they pass the start-finish line on the last lap.
White flag.
White flag coming through for these guys. Michael Cochran behind the wall, there he is, has increased the gap even more to 6.3. So he is on it. So as he's coming up to one of his teammates, he's about to lap Zane Plumley, that was in last place. Just didn't have any pace this week, but that's okay. I believe he had a clean race and does get extra points for doing that as well. So I'm sure that these two will have a clean change of position right through here as Zane pulls over to the side, lets Michael go on the back straight, and we'll follow him through 1 lap down to the finish line. Jesse Olson still giving it all he can, but I'm pretty sure that knowing 6 seconds with half a lap to go, he is just trying to maintain the car. And I'm sure he wants to keep pace, because, I mean, anything can happen in racing. You know, last corner, Michael could go off and not be able to recuperate, or recuperate with only 6 seconds and then make it a race to the last 100 feet to the finish line as they go through. So here we go, and there is Michael Cochran on the last corner coming through, and there is the finish line with the flashing of the lights. So congratulations to Michael on another win in the Martin Sports Car Club iRacing League. So that puts Jesse, there he goes, crossing the line in second, and Ollie in third. There is your podium winners. So these fast guys definitely put on a display of speed this week. So let's go back to the ones that are racing. So Craig is still giving chase to Dean in the last really tight chicane, going through the last corners. And it looks like Dean is going to hold on an 8th place gain of position. So great for him. And also Craig 6th. So that is his best that he's ever had. So here's Justin as he comes through in 9th place, the top 10 for him. And I know Jay and Jovan, there they are. So Jovan putting the hammer down, making sure that he was able to stay out in front of Jay. So that's great. And then a race that just popped up. Here's Kevin Medina. Was coming in through there on Justin Hall real quick towards the end. And there is, he's going to, there he goes. And we got some donuts. There's your donut party. Okay, good. Thumbs up. Okay, but they can't hear that. All right. So that does conclude our race. Everybody is crossed the line. And let's talk about results. There we go. Do you want to go down? Whoops. That one does not have an automatic empty when you bring it over. All right, you want to go down the race results?
I'll go to 15. And you can do the rest.
Okay.
Number 1 is Michael Cochran. Number 2. Number.
Did you forget your bourbon or did you drink my bourbon?
I may have drinking your bourbon. Okay.
How about second place?
Second place is Jesse Olson. Number 3.
Oh my goodness.
Number 3 is Olivia Bellinger. 4th place is
Jeffrey. Yep.
Jeffrey.
Arroyan.
5th place is Dean Dibdahl. And number 6 is Craig Klein. And 7th is Bradley Alves. 8th is Andy Gatorade. 9th is Justin Dye, Bomber Breyera. 10th place is
Joven.
Joven?
Yep,
I thought
Joven.
it was Joven.
Joven.
Sorry.
Joven.
Joven.
Solar.
Joven Solar. 11th place is Jay Shellington.
Close. Shallington. Yeah.
Shellington. 12th is Justin Hall. 13th is Kevin Medina. 14th is Tom Jessen. 15th is my boss. 16th is
Bjorn.
Wait, I said it would stop at 15.
Well, you went to. Well, that was the last of the runners. Jacob and Michael did disconnect early. So thank you very much for sticking through us through this whole entire race. I hope it has been fun for you, and I hope it was entertaining. If not, just leave a comment down below and let me have it. So other than that, we hope that you join us next week for the 45-minute race at Le Mans to close out this gigantic 20-week season of Season 3 and see who's going to end up the champion. So outside of that, you have anything left to say?
Go on Facebook and check who won.
Perfect. All right. Thank you very much, and we'll see you next week.